All right, so welcome everyone. My name is Trish McFarlin, independent promoter with this awesome and incredible company, Pruvit. And tonight, I'm just here to welcome and thank you guys all for joining us on just a really short, informative call that we're going to be going through. And so I just want to let everyone know that is on right now, like, this is zero pressure. This is just giving you information so that you can make the best decision moving forward for yourself, your family, and all of that good stuff. Also know that everything that's shared tonight is that their opinions of what in their own personal experiences, and it's not a direct statement from Pruvit itself. Like, that's the boring stuff that we always have to get out of the way. And I, again, just want to thank you all for taking time out of your Sunday to hop on here. And also, I'm going to just extend a thank you from probably my husband and son, because of this call, I actually washed and brushed my hair for the first time in, I don't even know how long. So I'm sure Travis is saying thank you to everyone for that as well. So, okay, so I'm just going to give you a quick background of who I am, because some of you, as you guys are hopping on, in the comments, like, let me know like where you're tuning in from, and what brought you onto this call, whether it's like you want to learn more about what ketones are, the science, what the community is about, whatever that is, but just go ahead and pop that in the comments over there. But a little bit about myself. So I found ketones, or I guess ketones kind of found my husband and I, about, gosh, 2.5, almost 3 years ago. We had been, and it was a really dark time for us. I was that really exhausted mom that, and if you guys have kids, if you're a mom, you can raise your hand or put a 1 in the comments, right? I was that really exhausted mom that I counted down the minutes till bedtime every single night. I was an irritable person. I was snapping at my son all the time. I wasn't getting anything done whatsoever around the house. I didn't want to cook dinner. I didn't want to do the dishes after dinner. Travis was drinking 7, and guys, Travis is my husband. I'm not exaggerating. He was drinking 7 venti black coffees a day from Starbucks. We have his bank statement to prove it, and we have pictures of the back of his car, because he used to, just like a trash bag, just throw them in the back of his car. And we were just in a really bad place in our marriage. Like, exhaustion does that, stress does that to people. And we had been following, eating healthy for my entire life. It felt like we were already super active at the gym, and we had tried the ketogenic diet, and we had failed a bunch of times at it, because we were just like, oh, this should be easy. And it wasn't as easy as it seemed. And that's when, like August of 2017, Travis had come home from work one day, and he's like, all right, I just heard on this podcast them talking about exogenous ketones. And it is this drink that you drink, and it's supposed to help you with the keto diet. We didn't know much about it. I instantly, as soon as he said it, I was like, hey, I know someone who like drinks this product, like, you should try it. And he was like, well, you should try it too. And I was like, absolutely not. So I got him a 10-day trial pack, and I did not, because first of all, I was like, this is a scam. Anything that tells you that it's going to make you feel better, it's a quick fix. Like, you don't need ketones to get into ketosis, right? And I was so against it. But he was so adamant about trying it. And so he started drinking it. By day 5 for him, you guys, he realized that, like, he was like, wait a second, like, I'm starting to feel a difference. And I had noticed such a difference in him. Like, he wasn't sleeping all day on the couch or laying around. His coffee intake went way down just from drinking adding 1 of these a day into his daily life. And he was talking about, like, gosh, like, I'm actually, like, he was like, I'm getting so much done at work. Like, I'm blowing through my to-do list. And so I was like, okay, I need to try this. So I ordered it. I got my own trial pack. And for me, I was a different experience. I was what we call like a 1 packet like person. So I drank it, and within 1 hour, my entire life changed. And I know that sounds like and like cheesy, but it really did. I remember so specifically having energy to play with Griff, having the focus and mental clarity to be really present with him, and to be able to have these like moments with him where when he was having a meltdown, anyone with kids, experience the teenager years or to go through some teenagers, right? He was having meltdowns and I actually wasn't melting down with him. And I know that sounds so little, but it was so much to me in that moment as a mom. Like I wasn't having these meltdowns with him. I was getting stuff done that I need to get done. I was a stay-at-home, work from home mom at the time, juggling a million things, wearing a million different hats like we always do. But like I was actually able to do this. And I remember, and this again, like doing the dishes like I actually cooked dinner and I was doing the dishes after dinner. I wasn't like, oh, I'll just wait till tomorrow. Cause like exhaustion does that. And so within 10 days, our entire family had changed. We were the family that was having dance parties at 7 p.m., not laying on the couch, just waiting and counting down the minutes till bedtime so that we could put him to bed so I could lay on the couch and watch Netflix and pass out. 20 days, 30 days, 60 days later, like everything continued to change. We are a different family now. It has been like ketones themselves have completely changed the way that we parent, the way that we are husband and wife to one another, the way that we are literally human. It does affect your mood. I promise you. Like I said, we're in the middle of a quarantine and we just went through massive house renovations where we were literally quarantined to just the upstairs part of our house. And I'm telling you, thank God for ketones, because every single day, if one of us started to get snippy, one of us would be like, did you drink your ketones yet? No. So we go drink them and everything, like the world gets better. And so that's a little bit about like why we're here and like why we decided we wanted to share this, because we knew, and I knew that like if this had this impact on myself and my husband and my family, that there was other moms out there, there was other women, there was other men out there that needed to experience the same way. So that's kind of how we got started with Pruvit. And so if you're on this call, I don't know if you've ever tried ketones before or not, or if you've heard of them, or if you don't, whatever your situation is, this call is going to be for you, just giving you some basic information. So I'm just going to start with who Pruvit is. And so if you guys have not been living under a rock or in a cave at some point, basically, you've probably heard of the word keto, ketogenic diet, ketosis. It's been out there, right? It's like 2017, 18, and I believe part of 19, it was like the #1 search word on Google was the ketogenic diet. It's all over Pinterest, all over Instagram. But it's a ketogenic diet. And so basically what that is, you guys, it's a diet that you follow. It's pretty strict. You got to have 80% fat, right? I'm going to probably mess this up, like 75 to 80%, and it varies for people. Fat, then you're going to have a low percentage of your daily diet is going to be protein and carbs. And the whole point of eating it this way is that it gets you into a state of ketosis because it is packed with a million amazing benefits being in a state of ketosis. So what Pruvit did late 2015 is actually, they were the first to market with exogenous ketones. So what that is you take a packet of ketones, right? It's just the powder, you mix it in with water, you drink it, and it biohacks your body to put you into a state of ketosis in 1 hour or less. And they were the first to market with that science. And it's awesome. And so the whole reason, like when you're drinking ketosis, you're going to have a couple of amazing benefits. And I'm just going to name a few. And so as I'm going through some of these, I want you in the comments to tell me like what benefit sounds the most exciting to you, or the one that you feel like you can use the most, right? So it's better energy, better focus, and mental clarity. So like no more mom brain or the brain fog that we all kind of walk around in every single day. You're going to sleep better. It gives you better fat loss and better mood. And I know I used to think that was a joke. I was like, that can't be real, putting yourself in a better mood. Guys, gals, it does. Like it actually it's so impactful and powerful. And so, yeah, like those are just some of the benefits that we have for that. And so when we got started back at late 2017 with Pruvit, they had a really small product line, and the product line has kind of expanded from there. So we have so many different things. We have keto cream, which is probably one of my favorite. It's like a daily staple for me. It's something for your coffee. It has really functional fat technology in it that's going to help boost your body to produce ketones, get into ketosis. I'm not going to go through the entire product line, you guys, because there's so much, but I just want to give you like kind of a overview that like when I first got started, we literally had 2 products, 3 flavors, and none of them were in my top 10 favorite flavors, but we went from 3. We have well over 20 new flavors. We have about 5, 6 new products that we have out there on the line. Like I said, our keto cream, we have our NAT, which is the world's only, ready, world's only naturally fermented ketone, and it's the most bioidentical to the ketones that your body produces. So what that means is that when you're following a ketogenic diet or you're practicing like long extended fasting, you get into a state of ketosis, your body produces ketones. These are pretty much identical to the ones that your body actually makes, which there's no other product out there that is anywhere that's like this. We have our Keto Up, which I just slammed one, which is the world's only free cell ketone technology. So think energy drink, but there's no sugar. You get to drink it. It puts you into ketosis immediately. I just see a bunch of people cheersing right now with their Keto Up cans because it's amazing. We have our Keto Reboot Kit, which is a 60-hour supported extended fast. And guys, if you guys haven't been on the interwebs anytime lately, there's so many amazing benefits with it. This is a supported fast kit that's going to help you just complete it and feel like that sense of achievement, because it's awesome to be able to be like, I just went 60 hours without eating. And guys, like, that's not who I am. That's not the girl that I am, but this actually helps and supports that. And then finally we have this is kind of, we have a bunch of stuff, right? But these are like the main things I really want to talk about. Our 10-day drink ketone challenge. And this is a super brand new, innovative thing that we have just added back in November, because again, like, Pruvit is innovation, right? Like, we are blue ocean. And when I talk about blue ocean, that really just means that, like, they are always looking, they're not getting into red ocean. They're not doing what everybody else is doing. We are setting a pace so far beyond what any other company can even think about doing 10 years from now. And so we have this 10-day drink ketone challenge kit. It's at probably the best price point I have ever seen. And what they say when it comes to ketones, right, is that, like, listen, like, just add 2 of these a day. That's it. Like, you don't have to change your diet, because one of the number one things is like, do I have to follow keto in order to drink ketones? Absolutely not. These were created for that fact, right? You don't have to change your diet. You don't have to change your lifestyle completely and do an overhaul from the start. Like, you get to drink this, feel better, and like I say, get the better energy, sleep, fat loss, focus, and better mood, just from being able to have this in your daily regimen. And honestly, you guys, like, this has absolutely changed the game. And what comes with the 10-day challenge kit and the reboot and stuff is that we actually have a really cool Facebook group, Drink Ketones Daily, Reboot Monthly, and it's amazing. And it really gives you a sense of the community and what this community is and what they have to offer. And so that's the overview of ketones. I'm going to give you some high directive at the end of this call. So if you're like, I need a little bit more, I got you guys. Do not fret. I'm here for you. So now I want to talk a little bit about the community, right? So we kind of know who Pruvit is. We kind of know, like, what's the deal? Like, we got these ketones, we sell packets, all the interwebs, like all stuff like that. But a little bit about the community. And there are 3 ways that you can be a part of this community. And you get to decide which one that's going to be. So the first one is going to be, you can get started just by drinking ketones. That's going to get you a part of this community. Number 2, you could be what we like to call kind of like a raving fan, right? Like, where you're like, anyone ever been someplace where you found, like, you have a great, like, hairstylist, or you found something, like, right now, like, we're all like, how, like, what do we do with these nails? Like, what do we do, right? And so there's so many different, like, and when you find something you like, what do? You talk about it, you share about it, you rave about it to every single person that's out there. And so a raving fan is that you're drinking ketones and you're also just talking and, like, referring your friends to it. You're part of our loyal customer service, which literally gives you a massive discount every single month. They reward you every 4 months with 3 boxes of ketones. And then as you're referring people, you get to earn ketones for free every single month. So instead of having to pay for it for stuff, you're going to get your own box that you love to have every single month for free, just for helping your friends feel a little bit better. And then the last part is going to be by joining our community as a promoter, being a part of what we do here in Pruvit Daily. And again, like what I said, like, when we talk about promoting, I think a lot of people automatically, they're like, oh, sales, sales, sales. And that's not what we do. It's all about sharing. And so, like, just rewinding back to my story a little bit. So, like I said, when we drank ketones and we experienced our first 10 days, like, we knew, like, the way that we felt, that there was nothing that would ever, like, change that, right? Like, we were like, there's no way that I'm never going to go a day without ketones, right? We actually had a back order and there was 3 days that we went without ketones, and we're like, this can't ever happen again. But there was nothing more that I wanted to do than share that with the world and share that with other moms. And so I had been a teacher for 12 years. I had decided to stay home after Griff was a year old to be a stay-at-home mom, and I kind of found myself wanting to do a little more, right? Like I wanted something for myself, right? Kind of like where a lot of us are right now, right? Like how many of you are finding you're in a different type of normal right now? Like life's a little bit different right now, right? Whether you're homeschooling or you're home a lot of the time, whatever that is. But like I was a teacher for 12 years, I decided to stay home, but I still wanted something for myself. I still wanted something that I could really like run with and feel like, oh, like I had a massive purpose. He was 1 year old and he was crazy and everything, but I also wanted just a little bit of purpose of something that I could call my own. And so I had started with network marketing at the time. It was a different company. And I remember the moment I was sitting there, and I was actually talking about this morning. And I remember sitting there thinking about doing this. And I remember saying out loud to my husband, and I was like, and it wasn't Pruvit, it was a different company, like I said. And I was like, hey, I think I'm going to do this. And he was like, wait, you're going to like post and social media? I didn't have a social media, you guys. Like I had like 30 friends on Facebook and like 10 of them was like my family. And I was like, wait, he's like, you're going to post and share. And I was like, oh, you're right. I don't want to do that. I don't want people to judge me. Like, I don't want to be one of those people. And so I didn't do it. But then something kept whispering in my heart and was like, this is something, like, this is what you've been wanting. And I remember I went up, I signed up for this company. I didn't tell my husband because he wasn't on social media. I was like, he won't even know. But I was so scared. And when I think back to that time, you guys, and I think back like, holy crap, like, had I let the opinions of others stop me from doing this, like we wouldn't be where we are right now, right? And so when it was time, when I decided that I was done with that company and we discovered ketones, and I decided like, oh my gosh, like I have to share this with people. Like I have to share this with people because the last company I just jumped in without knowing anything. This one, I knew it, I felt it, I believed in the product and I was ready to run, but I was scared again. And I had that feeling in my stomach, like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, what are people going to think about me if I do this? Again, had I let that stop me, like, I was allowing other people's opinions to define the trajectory of my family's life and my family's legacy. And everything is so completely different now. Like, so I started this business after failing at a stay-at-home business, after being a teacher for 12 years. I had no skills in sales because we don't do sales. I was a teacher. I was a mom. I dabbled in home businesses prior to this, but I didn't know what I was doing. But we all have transferable skills. All I knew is that I loved the way that I felt, and I loved this product the same way I love those shoes at Target, or the same way that I had to have XYZ from Nordstrom, whatever that is. And I share that with people, like, oh my gosh, I just got this awesome discount. I just found this, right? And I knew I had to share it with people. And so that's exactly what I did. I started sharing with people. Travis started sharing. People just noticed that there was a change in who we were. And they were like, what is going on? Like, what is happening? And ever since we decided to join Pruvit, our entire lives are completely different. Travis went from working and slaving away at a job to being able to be stay at home and be present with Griff and take part in like taking him to preschool and picking him up. And thank God he's here now with the stuff that's going on. But in this time right now, like, it has literally saved us. Like, our life doesn't feel that much different because we already work a home-based business. But it's changed everything. It's giving us a purpose, it's given us a community in a time where a lot of people feel really, really lonely. And like I said, it's given us that absolute security right now, as we move forward to do these big things. And I can talk to you about the dreams and the vision, like from my vision board, that I was able to like cross off and be like, I did this. But it's not about that. It was about the community. Because I think something that you'll find here at Pruvit is that our community is unlike anything I have ever experienced. And I'm going to say this without crying, but like, we have people in this community. We have our CEO that believes in us more than we could even believe in ourselves. They see things in us, they link arms with us. And that's what you're joining. You're linking arms with people who are like, hey, like, I know you're scared and I know you don't see what I see, but like, you got this fire in you, and I know that you're going to do these big, amazing things. We have people that are jumping in because they're taking responsibility for growing this business, for doing something bigger outside of themselves, you guys. We have a community that pours into us all the time. Right now, we have a community that every single day they have teachers going live for what we call Kids Pursuing Better. And our kids have these activities to do every day at 2 o'clock where they get to take part in the community, where they get, if they're watching, they're getting their names called out. Griff loves it. He's 5, he's almost 6. And he, like, every time we're like, oh, Griff, say hi to Griff. Like, he freaks out. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. And they're just here to support you and link arms and give you every single resource that you need to succeed, including that belief in yourself, the belief in the product, because we lead with education, right? And really just belief in like this community and exactly what we do, but this community gives and gives and gives. And so this product is unlike any product with any company that is out there on the market, and that's what got us here. But it is the community that keeps us here, and it's the community that continues to change our life, and it's the community and the faces on this call that are gonna be your ones that are gonna back you up, support you, love you, be your best friend, be the one that you can talk to, be the one on the Monday night calls when that we get to have together, that smile, and we're just like, we're in this together. We may be separated at our houses, but like we're all doing this together. And so I did that in 20 minutes, and I am really proud of myself because I've been watching the clap. I know, clap for Trish because it doesn't really happen that often. But if you're on this call, I'm gonna just give you some directive and then we're gonna hop off, but you're gonna find yourself in one of 3 categories, okay? So as I'm going through, I just want you to kind of take note and think about like where you're gonna go, and I'm gonna give you some direction at the very end of this. So you're either gonna be person A. Person A is you're on this call, you're just learning about ketones for the first time, you wanna know a little bit more about ketones, like what are ketones, what is, you know, how can I get started, whether it's with a trial pack or maybe it's the 10-day challenge, because y'all, that's going to change your life, okay? The 10-day challenge will change your life, I promise you. So that's gonna be person A. You're just like wanting to know a little bit more details, information about ketones. You wanna get started with maybe a trial pack, or just trying them out, the different flavors, stuff like that. Or you're gonna be person B. Person B is someone that you're like, okay, like this is for me, I need to go in. Maybe you've already tried ketones. Maybe you've already done the 10-day drink ketones challenge, or you had your trial pack. You're kind of wondering what the next steps are. So, and you wanna talk about customer loyalty program. Like, what does the customer loyalty program look like? How do I get like 22% off? How can I get my ketones for free every single month? Like, how do I get that free product every 4th month? And you're ready to grab that box and get started in that. That's gonna be person number B. And then the last one group is gonna be person C. And so this is gonna be, you've heard about this. You're like, okay, like I've tried ketones, I love them. I don't really know, I haven't tried them yet, but there's something about this in this community, and you have that tug in your heart. You're wanting to know more about this opportunity. You wanna know like, what is it like that these promoters do? How exactly do I get started? That's gonna be person number C. And so whatever category that you fall into, A, B, or C, what you're gonna do is you are going to be reaching out to the person that invited you to this call tonight, and you're gonna tell them, hey, I'm interested in sentence frame, you're gonna fill it in yourself, like I'm interested in learning more about this opportunity. And what they're gonna do is they're just gonna direct you, and they're gonna give you the information that you need moving forward and how to get started. But just a side note about the community, because if I don't say it, I would literally kick myself in the butt all night long if I just didn't tell you guys and share this with you. For those of you that have been interested in this opportunity, in becoming a promoter, we do have a $1 Keto Club. It ends tonight. Unfortunately, it's been around for a hot sec, but it ends tonight, and it's 40% off your starter packs to get started, and we've never seen a discount this deep before, ever. Again, for more information on exactly what that entails, make sure you're reaching out to the person that invited you to this. But whoever that is, make sure you reach out to them tonight, because it ends tonight, no matter if you're A, B, or C. Let them know what information you want, how to get started, and they will hook you up. But I am just super excited. Again, thank you again for taking time out tonight to join us. And I hope you guys have the best Sunday ever. If you have any questions, make sure you find out, reach out. Do not hesitate to ask the person that invited you. They have all the information that you need.